Welcome to DIY Repair Now. The first thing we need to do is be safe. Disconnect the appliance to avoid electric shock. Today we're going to be working on an LG dryer. The model number is on the display. And the problem that we have with this dryer is that it's making a loud noise when it's working. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the two Phillips screws that are holding the top panel and remove it from the top. Here is a female to male connection right there. They have to align together. Once you want to put it back, go ahead and disconnect your dryer. And now we're going to go ahead and start removing the top panel. There's a Phillips screws in this corner. We're going to go ahead and remove that. Then we're going to go ahead and try to start removing the top panel. We're going to go ahead and remove this water drawer. I believe this is for steam. It's a tab on the bottom of this drawer, so we have to release that tab. It's like a hook to prevent the whole drawer from coming out. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the two Phillips screws that are holding this part of the top panel. Once you do that, the panel should come right off. And we're going to go ahead and start disconnecting the wires. Once you do that, just remember, take a picture before you start removing wires to remember how the wiring goes back in place. Just follow the wires. They are from the touch panel, and just remove only the wires that are necessary to remove the front touch panel. Once you find it on the main computer board, you just press and release the specific harness. As you see, press and release. It's a total of 3 wires that you have to remove from the main board to be able to remove the whole touch panel out. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this top metal bracket. And we're going to go ahead and remove the two Phillips screws on the front panel right by the door. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the screws on the top of the front panel to be able to release it from the whole cabinet. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the harness for the light switch. I'm sorry I didn't got that on camera, but you get the idea. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the cable for the humidity sensor and remove the 4 screws that holds this drum panel. Once you do that, I'm going to keep removing the screws from this top metal bracket. And as you see, it goes there like a male-female connection there, and another male-female connection on the other side. We're going to go ahead and remove this tabs that holds the wiring on the other side. We're going to go ahead and remove the Phillips screws from the bottom end. Once you got it, all the screws is out, we're going to go ahead and remove the terminals for the light. Now we're trying to find out what could be causing this, and it looks like we already have an idea of what it is. We're going to go ahead and remove the drum, and we're going to go ahead and inspect all the wheels. These are the bearing wheels. This is where the drum sits to be able to turn. And this is our problem. All these dryer sheets, they got into the blower. It looks like this is our problem. If something gets on this squirrel cage and the blower will go out of balance and it will start making the machine to shake. This is the way how you remove the bell and the way how you install it. This is just a demonstration and how you do that, because we're going to go ahead and remove it and install it. At this point, looks like we already find our problem, and we're gonna go ahead and put this drum back again with the bell and the pulley. Once you do that, just turn it, make sure it's not gonna come off track, and we're gonna go ahead and start putting this front panel. Remember, 2 wheels goes on the drum right there on the bottom, and we're gonna go ahead and put this panel in place. As you see, it has some little legs that goes to male to female connection there, and also in the bottom. That way it aligns really good, and you're not gonna have a hard time to put the screws back again. Just try to work your way around and till it falls in place on the wheels. Now we're gonna go ahead and connect our humidity sensor and go ahead and start installing the screws in the bottom and the all 4 screws on the top, just like so. Once you do that, go ahead and connect your light. This is the cable and the terminals for the light inside the dryer. Go ahead and connect it in place and put the last screw in place. This is where the problem begins. This piece, which is the filter housing, broke in this corner, and that's how those dryer sheets got inside the blower. So if this is your problem, you already know how to solve it, and just follow the video and you'll be able to get through it. Now I gotta mention to you guys, we didn't have the filter housing at the moment, but we did came back like 2 or 3 days after to install a new filter housing. This is the video to demonstrate what could be causing the dryer to shake or make a loud noise while it's drying. If you guys need to replace the filter housing, this is very simple. It's only 3 screws that holds the filter housing from the inside of the drum inside of the dryer. Now we're gonna go ahead and install the top bracket and install other screws that we already have removed. Now we're gonna go ahead and set this front panel in place in the bottom. And then we're gonna go ahead and install our light switch harness. Once you do that, go ahead and install the screws that holds the top of this front panel. Then go ahead and install the touchpad and the top panel. Make sure you fit the wire in before you start putting this top panel in place, and make sure you install those tabs that holds the wire in place. As you do that, it should clip in place, and go ahead and start connecting the harness where they go. Remember, it's press and release when you remove it, so when you put it back on, you should hear like a little click, and that's when you make sure they are in the right place. We're going to go ahead and install the 2 Phillips screws that holds this part of the top panel. We're going to go ahead and store the water drawer place. Make sure you press that hook on the bottom, and go ahead and remember there is a male to female in front of this top panel where they have twine line the way it's supposed to. Go ahead and install the 2 screws that holds the top panel. And at this point, we're pretty much done. There's actually 3 screws here on the top panel. Go ahead and install dryer vent. Also, if your dryer is taking twice or 3 times for it to dry, that means you need a dry vent cleaning. Dryer vent supposed to be cleaned once a year because it's a fire hazard. Make sure you put the dryer vent in place and make sure it doesn't come off. Go ahead and plug in your dryer and go ahead and try it, and there's no more noise. Don't forget to install the 2 screws that goes in the front by the door. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future videos.